Hello, hello Capricorn. Welcome to your January 2019 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Capricorn. And a couple things I want to mention. First of all, no, I'm not an astrologer. I just want to give everyone a heads up on that. Second of all, I'm an intuitive counselor, so this is going to be geared towards healing, working with the energies that are present, and really just your well-being is kind of the focus of my readings. So just wanted to throw that out there. And I also want to let you know that if you're interested in the love and relationship readings, I do have those available on Patreon and weekly by sign readings. So you're welcome to check those out. I'll include the link on the screen somewhere. And happy birthday to those of you who have birthdays coming up. I know we're coming up on Capricorn season, so I just want to wish all of you a happy birthday if that's happening for you. So let's go ahead, dig right into this baby. First thing we have, cast your sacred symbols. Don't be afraid of your own power. I think that's one of the things that might be coming up for you, is kind of fear of wielding what you have. And the thing is, you were given your ability to create and your ability to get things done for a reason. And so I think there's just a lot of untapped power that you might be sitting with. And so this is just inviting you to really utilize that in the month of January. Let's see what we have coming up for the word process. Be curious about how you do it. Find a flow that works for you. Give the work time and space to unfold. Rushing will only delay things further in the end. Okay, so being super conscious and allowing things time to flow and unfold the way you would like them to. Be curious with it. Just allow things to kind of process naturally, and that's going to be a lot better. You're kind of in the background setting the tone and setting the energies for what you want to welcome into your life, and then the process card is just saying, okay, leave it open a little bit more. And then the animal card for you is Swan. Be graceful as you do it. That is really what's coming through in this reading. Just have grace, have tact. Remember that, and normally I don't like encouraging people to focus on perception, but it's kind of like this is reminding you, you get more bees with honey, okay? Central energy for Capricorn this month is the Eight of Feathers. It looks like you're kind of tying yourself up. You are kind of getting caught in a lot of things. It might be, this looks like it's straight up a position that you've put yourself in. I don't think this is an external influence. It looks more like something that you've been entangled in some capacity. So you know what? Let me pull the crossing energy first before I speak on it anymore. We have the Seven of Shells. There are way more options than you realize. Way, way, way more options than you realize. Don't get locked in tunnel vision. That's what the Eight of Feathers is. It's you're only looking at one way of doing things. You need to broaden the spectrum of what you're willing to look at, because this is really important for you to kind of look at all the pieces, look at all of the different options, and that's going to help you rather than just saying, okay, it's my way or the highway, and getting too fixated on that. You want to loosen it up a little bit, and that's how you can easily navigate this situation, but you want to look outside of what you're already anticipating. The energy that's shifting out, you have the Knight of Rocks. I'm going to clarify this. King of Cups. Okay, so this looks like you've been super good at being good. It just looks like this is ultimate. I'm behaving myself. I'm keeping it together, I'm putting one foot in front of the other, but that's also causing some problems. I'm reading this as like perfectionism to the max, and then here you're starting to get really caught up in it. So you're going to have to readjust yourself and figure out the new way that you're moving forward. That's what this is encouraging you to look at. So just keep that in mind. If you've been falling into perfect pictures, it's time to kind of break free of those. The oncoming energy is the Fool. So a new way of doing things, a new beginning, a fresh start and a fresh approach are needed. And that's really what you're breaking through. Once you recognize how you're getting in your own way, you're going to be able to overcome that and break through to the other side. So this looks good. It's like, yes, you can easily get out of it. It's just you have to acknowledge the blocks that you have and that you're creating, whether that be mental or spiritual or whatever. The outward manifestation for you is Six of Torches. This is the victory card. So this looks like you're moving forward regardless. Like there's no stopping you. So I think that you have the things that you need, and probably things are going well. It's just that you're getting trapped in either the perfectionism or expectations or something that you want to go a particular way. That seems to be what the Eight of Feathers is showing. But ultimately, it's like you're getting things moving. You have all the momentum that you need. So it doesn't seem to be hindering you at all. It's just gonna feel like cement bricks tied to your feet. And that's why you want to loosen up on your approach. And once you initiate the new way of approaching whatever it is you're working towards, then it's like all systems go. In the subconscious, we have Seven of Feathers. You have to let go of these things, whatever it is that's causing this entanglement, because you can see it's like the more he flails around and flaps his wings, the tighter that rope is going to get. And so it's like you have to let go. It's like, look, dude, you could just open your beak and let go of this rope and you would be totally fine. And that's kind of the position that you're in this month. So explore other ways of thinking and be willing to let go of your assumptions, what you think is true, and what you think is the best course of action, because it might not be. The advice for you in January is justice. Consider both sides. Don't just look at one element of the situation. Consider all of them. Consider where you feel out of balance and just look at where you can incorporate more variety. I think that that's also tripping you up. Not enough variety. This looks very one-sided and one-dimensional. And so I think if you include a little bit more of either play or fun or some type of emotional processing and awareness is going to weave in nicely. It's going to give you that additional support that you need to pursue this faster or gain momentum faster. And so this is just inviting you to consider both sides. It's not always what you think it is on the surface. External influences for January, we have the Eight of Rocks. Getting to work. It's going to take effort this month. You know, it's not going to be without a price. It's not going to be without effort, energy, and time. So just prepare yourself for that. Don't get too wrapped up in worrying about the outcome. Instead, just do the work first and see where it takes you. Like, just trust that the more you apply yourself, you get things moving, you get things going, that is really going to support the big long-term vision, long-term goals, all of that good stuff. So the Eight of Rocks is just like, yep, keep up the hard work. That is the best thing that you can do for yourself at this time. And hopes and fears, we have the Star. If I misspoke and said this was hopes and fears, I can't remember now. If I said this, This is external influences, if I misspoke, just clearing that up. This is hopes and fears. So I think there is a lot of belief on your side as far as things are going where they need to. And I think that's part of what you might be overthinking. The belief is there, but it might be, and you might be entangled in how is it going to pan out? How is it going to happen? What are my next steps? Maybe you're overthinking things to the point where you're kind of drowning out the information that's coming through. So slow down, get creative, you know, take a little bit of time to work and flex other muscles that aren't just thinking. You know, because that's where the Eight of Feathers is. So the Star is just like, yep, you have that hope, belief, and faith that things are going to improve and work out the way they're meant to. So I think you can kind of relax a little bit, and that might be something that helps grease the wheels energetically for you in January. The outcome of the month, King of Shells, beautiful. I'm going to clarify this one too. The Emperor. So it's like you've got it. You're running. It looks kind of like the feminine masculine balance there at the tail end of the month. Like it looks like you're moving a little bit more into yin, because this looks really masculine right here. It's like, just think about it, go for it, work, make it happen. And then this is just inviting you to weave in a little bit more of the feminine energy, and so it's kind of that nice balance of pursuit and receiving at the end, because that's one of the things that really sticks out in my readings is when masculine and feminine aren't balanced within you. And so that is where this looks like you kind of strike that. If you're being conscious with all of this, and if you're being conscious about what you're thinking and what you're doing with the thoughts, ideas, and what actions you're putting behind them, because that's really going to make a difference for you, for whatever it is you're making happen. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the timeline. If you're new to my channel, hello, thanks for joining me. And this is going to be the first quarter of January, so it's about a week. Second, third, and fourth quarter. So where you start off the month is the Star. Beautiful Star making an appearance for a second time. So it's like if you're not trusting now with these cards popping up, oh man, it's going to be rough for you. But I think it's like, exercise that ability that you have to lean on the support, lean on the faith piece a little bit more. And there's just so much that you have here that you can trust yourself a little bit more. I think there's maybe a little bit of skepticism around either your own abilities or your abilities paying off, your actions paying off. So it's kind of like you might not be able to see the results immediately, but if you keep taking aligned action, you're going to. Second quarter, Five of Pentacles. So this looks like disappointment, honestly. It's reading a little bit more like the Five of Cups. And so there's that kind of deflated energy that you have running here. So this, to me, just looks like the pendulum swinging from maybe extreme faith and trust to ultimate skepticism. And so you might find yourself doing that during the first half of the month, like, yes, I know, I think I can, and then, well, maybe not, what if it doesn't work out? And then pendulum swinging between those two things. I'm not even gonna spend a whole lot of time reading this. I don't think it's worth the energy for you. So it's just one of those natural things where when something is going really well or something really joyful happens, a lot of time what piggybacks on top of that is a fear thought or a scarcity thought or something that tries to like prepare you for destruction or whatever bad thing could happen. So it's kind of like you don't have to give it energy. It's just that part that's trying to be protective and, you know, make sure you have your eyes peeled on everything that could go wrong. You know, that's kind of just how the brain works. Okay, now third quarter, we have the Devil. This is your card. Watch yourself for vices. If you get sucked in here, right here to like, oh, this isn't working out, this isn't going my way, there's some frustration coming off this. If that bleeds into here, you really need to watch yourself for numbing activities, you know, just having that third, fourth glass of wine, or numbing yourself with TV, or just checking out in some way. And I'm not saying those things are bad, it's just what's the intention behind it. Are you intentionally relaxing, or are you using it to ignore and escape something? That's really the difference between the Devil and something being just like fun play and relaxation. So that just, you're going to have to decide for yourself, like, what are you trying to get out of something, or are you just kind of needing a break? Just keep an eye on it. Okay, and then fourth quarter, wrapping up the month of January, we have Justice again. So I think things really come into balance a little bit more, but not without effort, right? Because we have this pendulum swinging, pendulum swinging, pendulum swinging. And then what you have sitting underneath that is awareness and the need to let go of the things that don't work for you anymore. So if you're doing this work and you're paying attention to negative habits or behaviors that really aren't serving you, I think it's going to be a productive month where you're kind of able to strike an awesome balance here. Now I am going to do a 3-card pick, so you're welcome to choose a card that's calling to you, whatever you would like. Or you can ask a question. It's all for you. Card number 1, we have Justice again, making an appearance for the 3rd time in this reading. So it seems that being balanced and finding, like, when something is out of sync, being able to counter it with contrary action, with aligned action, that is going to be incredibly helpful for you this month. So just do the things that are pushing against your natural tendencies that aren't the healthiest version of yourself presently. Okay, and then this is like, if you have a bad habit that's coming up or something that you would like to change, you have to kind of get in the driver's seat and say, okay, I'm going to push against this. And it's not always easy, but that's what's required. Card number 2, we have the Sun, having a good time. This just looks like enjoying yourself. Play more. Go hang out with people, have fun. I'm getting so preachy right now, and I'm the worst at play, okay? I promise you, I am probably the worst person to be giving advice on play, but that's just what the cards are saying. I'm just the messenger. So it's like, especially if that's a weak spot for you, like it is for me, then that's even more of an incentive to practice. Practice, practice, practice. Card number 3, we have the Magician. Place your order, people. I know that it's easy to just unconsciously manifest or passively manifest, but you have way more power than that. This isn't something that's just, you don't have to just let whatever come your way. You can actually construct the thing that you're wanting and needing. So make sure that you're asking for it. Ask, ask, ask. That is the best thing that you can do this month. Set your intentions. Now I'm going to do a bonus card because it is your month. So I am just going to pull one of these cards just as a happy Capricorn season gift. Two of Tomes, so Two of Pentacles. That's the final message for you in this reading. And this is all about the choices that you make. You are your actions. You are your decisions in many ways. I would say as well as beliefs, but remember that your beliefs are going to guide your actions. So that is a powerful thing to carry with you, and it's something that you want to keep in mind, especially if you have some big goals this year. If you have a lot of things you want to get done, then make sure that your actions are communicating exactly what you want the energies to manifest as. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate you spending some time with me. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and if you have any questions about the decks that I've used or where you can work with me one-on-one, all of your questions will be answered in the description box. If you are looking for the love readings, go to my Patreon page. I will put the link right there. And that is all that I have for you. Thank you, Capricorn, so much. Have a great January, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.